Drifting away is a challenge that is part of society that we all live in. Drifting away in life and society can put you in a disadvantaged position. It is hard to understand even in a young age or older or currently in the upper 20s through the upper 30s. Also in society, we drift away from certain things is because life throws us in many different directions, or we go through different changes, whether it is going to school to get an education, or a new career in your job, or if you lost your job, or if you struggle with mental health, or with a disability. It's hard to really understand why we drift. Maybe it's because we're not sure about how society is, or how we can understand each other, or how we struggle to understand when issues, including bad politics, divide our society. I'm in my current 30s, and I have struggled with drifting away in the past through currently. I started to drift away for a lot of reasons since my interests have changed, as many people who I had known or who I had been friends with start going in different directions. Many of them were able to get a higher education or advance in the job while I was still struggling behind. I started to drift away from people, and some of my friends was because I kept getting bullied and put down for being different, for having a disability, and simply because I couldn't meet their standards. There was time when people were kind of assumed that I wasn't a good person when I had struggles, despite my best to try to get an education with an associate's degree from a community college, try to keep hold on to my job as long as I can, and try to learn new things at a certain pace, but these things weren't enough, what other people have expected. I kept asking myself, why do I drift away from society, including people? There was no real right answer to a real solution. Also, why I started to drift away was because many people who I knew started to have relationships, and I wasn't in a relationship due to my struggles where I had tried to have a connection with a girl, whether it was a friendship or if I expressed affection to a girl, which didn't work that well. When I go to a park or when I sit at the Diag in downtown Ann Arbor, I watch as people walk with each other. They talk, they laugh, they have conversations, and sometimes they hug each other. There are times where I feel like I'm envious. I wish I could have the ability to feel confident about being creative, wanting to be accepted for being different with a disability. It's hard because many times during the day or night or every day or every week or every month, as I try to brainstorm on how do I deal with the thought of drifting away from people and society. It takes a lot of thinking and a lot of analyzing myself. It's hard to talk to peers or even family members about this struggle. I spend time watching TED Talks or YouTube where people talk about mental health and about what it means when they drift away from things. Sometimes it is helpful. Sometimes it takes a while for me to process it. The best thing that I can do is when I drift away from certain changes or from people is I try to figure out what type of goals do I want in life and work on trying to create a vision of what type of person I really want to be. When it comes to the person who I want to be, my vision is I want to continue to do good things in life. Work hard on my disability despite challenges. Be kind to other people. Be mindful of other people I'm around. Do some traveling to help give myself some peace of mind. And expand on critical thinking to learn different things or to understand things. The kind of thing that helped me when I deal with the drifting away feeling is I volunteer to help people who are homeless, including people who are low income, to get food or other supplies. From my experience in volunteering for a few years, I've learned that I am not alone dealing with this drifting away feeling from things. The people who I help feed have shared stories how they drift away in society. Through poverty, struggles with mental health, losing a job due to no fault of their own, and dealing with the struggles of PTSD from serving our country. When these people tell me these things, all I can do is to tell that I'm sending good thoughts to them, try to be a good listener, and try to do the best as I can to make sure that they get some sense of security. I spend time working on writing letters to influential people that inspire me or how I appreciate their work. I try doing this a lot to try to really pay attention to the people who want to do good work and to even motivate myself. When it comes to people that I know and some friends, including peers, put me down or bully me about being different or having a disability, it makes me want to cry hard to myself. It makes me want to run away from my emotions. When it comes to people who have relied on using social media or use social media as a way to put me down for being different from other people, it creates a sense of insecurity for myself. The only thing that I can do when I drift away from people is that I can just pray. I pray that they can be understanding of me with a disability despite having challenges, and find people who are kinder to me. When I drift away from things, I spend time listening to easy listening, R&B and soul, nature sounds, folk music, gospel, and some rock. I spend time listening to easy listening, R&B and soul, folk music, gospel, and some rock. In these things, I try to look for the messages or symbolisms in life, like the need for kindness, compassion when we face struggles in life. It's okay not to be okay. We need guidance when the world is broken. How diversity is important in society to bring people who are different or with a disability together. When I listen to some of these songs, they have life messages where it helps me cry too, to try to help myself cope with feeling of drifting away from society because I'm different. In conclusion, drifting away in society and in life is nobody's fault. It's a thing that affects many people in different ways, including different age groups or people with disabilities or people who struggle with mental health. Drifting away can put us in different confusion. It can make us scared many times about what our life is going to be for many of us. It's important for people to be kind with each other. Be appreciative of people who are trying to do good despite challenges. Be mindful of other people they are around and try to be understanding. When it comes to people who drift away from people that they know, I hope that they can take the time to be appreciative of the people that have been kind to them, or try to think positive vibes for them when it is hard to talk or to be around people in society. Also, it's a good idea to find different ways to cope when dealing with drifting away feeling. The best thing that we all can do is self-care, try to find something good in life when life throws us all apart. It's okay not to be okay when we deal with this thought. It's okay to give yourself grace a few times or even a long time. And it's normal for everyone to be confused about how society changes us or how society is difficult for everyone, including myself. My message is to many people, including people who I know or some friends, is that I hope that they could be understanding of me as a person who wants to try to do good despite the challenges and try to be understanding of me with my disability.